Hey y'all, it's Lissa again. I should probably be known as the procrastinating crafter instead of the perfectionist crafter because yes, I am actually going to show you Halloween treat bags on the 4th of November. Actually, by the time you see it, it'll be the 5th of November. I'll be using the We Are Memory Keepers gift bag punch board, and I'll also be using Fawn Spooktacular stamps and coordinating dies. There are plenty of videos on YouTube about how to use this wonderful tool. I will make one if I get some requests for it, but it's super simple to use and really not hard at all. The only problem I had with it was after you make 33 of these, you get really tired of punching straight down. So, really difficult. The paper is called Jeepers Creepers. It's by Heidi Grace Designs. I picked it up at either Michael's or Joann's. I did not like using this paper. I used my stash, which was yay, cool. I used my stash. I didn't like using it, not because I was trying to hoard it or anything. Not that I'd ever do anything like that. But it was very flimsy, and with the flock, it didn't want to score very well, and with it being so flimsy, if I pushed too hard with the embossing stylus, it would rip through the paper, and I just really didn't like that part. And then plus, with the flocking, it's really hard to adhere this stuff, so I pulled out the big guns. 1/8 inch score tape and 1/4 inch score tape. I could have done it without the 1/8 inch score tape. Also, I went on ahead and cut the little notches. Don't do that until after you have all your adhesive on there because even though I'm using non-stick scissors, they still got gunked up. Alcohol cleaned it right up, but it's still a pain in the keister. And whenever I did the assembly line of these, I went on ahead and put the adhesive and then cut the tabs, and had absolutely no problems at all. So, a whole lot easier. Learn from my mistake. I'm pushing down really, really hard because this flocking does not like adhesive that is dry. Because this is a rectangle, it should be able to just lay flat and line up and be perfectly square. These are very hard to line up. Now, whenever Lawn Fawn came out with their die, I was patting myself on the back that I already had this punch board. It had unlimited sizes. It was a lot easier than running it through one or twice just for one bag. How wrong I was. I so wish I had the die. It's definitely being bought. Punching that, I believe I had 6 punches for each one. Oh my gosh, 6 punches times 33 is a lot, and this wasn't even really thick paper. Definitely would now want to use the die. If I was only doing a couple, sure, I'd love the punch board, but doing this many of them, oh my goodness gracious. And also, the die is a lot easier to line up, it seems. This is a booger to line up. I could not get it straight and square for the life of me, so they all definitely look very handmade. I just couldn't figure out how to do it. Maybe if you push it up against a counter that's 90 degrees, it should work. Now here I'm folding in the sides. With the spider paper, I could not get those bottom ones to fold without ripping it. Now, the punch board comes with a hole thing on the back of it where you can put the holes in. I've yet to be able to get that right. So I decided to use my CROP-A-DILE set at a 1/2 inch width on the little knob and use the 3/16 side, and then punched my own. Now I'm using Doodlebug's Halloween twine. I like twine. I don't like Doodlebug twine. It is basically embroidery floss all wound together. I would much prefer something a bit more substantial. Now you're seeing the craft cardstock. This was so much easier to work with, even though it was thicker, a lot thicker. I had to go over many score lines many times. This is just the cheap stuff I bought in bulk from Joann's. I believe Joann's. I go in and get like 7 or 8 packs whenever they have it on sale. So this one was really tiring me out punching all those. But the score lines were worth it, and the way these came out were totally worth it. And it would look so adorable if across that top flat part you did a border punch. Would be totally cute. I didn't do that. I didn't think that far ahead. Well, I did after I'd made like 5. So definitely not going back and doing that. Now here, you can see already it is so much easier to score. And yes, I went on ahead and cut the little tabs off the sides. But these little side scores with the triangles at the bottom really make it easy to put the bag together later. I found this out. So I also used score tape on these, mainly because I had it handy. I tried using my ATG gun in a couple of trial runs, and the next morning the ATG gun ones would be completely popped apart, so it wasn't strong enough. Score tape was definitely strong enough. It's the strongest dry adhesive that I have in my possession. So I'm lining it up, pulling off the score tape, going to line it up just the same exact way that I did with the spiderweb bag. And this part is basically simple, easy, doing the same exact thing I did, and don't know why I felt I had to have that 1/8 inch strip. You know, that little tiny strip was just really helping keep that bag together. I bet if I didn't have it, it totally wouldn't have held together. Okay, you should have heard the sarcasm dripping off of that one. Now I'm trying to line it up. It seems a lot easier to line up. It didn't jiggle or bend or move as much as the spiderweb bags, but the spiderweb bags turned out so cute. So I liked them, but I didn't like making them. Now, once again, I'm using the CROP-A-DILE to make my own holes, and here I'm using the Doodle Twine by Doodlebug. In the end, I will change this over to a hemp twine, just because I like the way it looks better. I'm going to put a little ghost on it. This is from Fawn Spooktacular stamp set. It also has coordinating dies that you can purchase separately. I'm using VersaFine ink because I will not be using my Copics. In the end, I will put some colored pencil in a very rough shadow. Here I'm using the Spooktacular sentiment from the Spooktacular stamp set, and also a thank you sentiment from the Thank You Tags stamp set. Love both of these stamps. I'm lining it up on this purple paper. I'm going to tell you a little secret. The purple paper is a Walmart brand purple paper. It's cardstock. Most of these are probably going to end up in the trash. If not, it's still actually a pretty good quality cardstock. I wouldn't use it in my scrapbooks or anything, but for a card, it's great. I decided I was going to cut banner ends, and then I realized I felt really silly because I didn't know how wide it needed to be. So I cut out tags using my silhouette. I would have loved to have used the die from Fawn to do this. Not one at a time though, with 33 of them. So I made one about similar size on the silhouette and cut them out in a whole lot less time. To do the banner ends on these, I am making one snip up the middle and then cutting from the corners up to that snip. This means that I will have the same exact angle on both sides, and it makes it so much easier than just eyeballing and trying to figure out where the middle is and over snipping and all those fun things. Just a really cool tip. I decided it needed a little bit of dimension. So I'm putting 3M score tape on the back. Not 3M score tape, 3M foam tape on the back. And I've decided I don't know exactly where to put it. So I need to get my ghost. I still haven't done the colored pencil on my ghost because literally I did this while they were on the bags. It was that last minute of a thought. I'm using Best Creation foam squares. I really like how these are. I don't have to cut them or anything. No worries. And they stick really well. I'm putting them on some stars that I also cut with the silhouette. I was going for speed because once again, I am the procrastination queen of doing this. This was literally the night before Halloween. And now I am putting down the banner. I wanted to put the star down with just using a glue dot. Gotta use up that stash. So I also didn't want the extra dimension. But putting this down, I'm noticing that the star is getting lost because yellow is too close of a color to orange. So once again, the silhouette comes in handy, and 20 minutes later, I have 33.5-inch diameter circles in black. The black breaks the yellow from the orange, so it makes the yellow star pop and therefore also makes the ghost pop off. Definitely added what I needed and what I wanted, and I think it turned out really, really cute. Very simple too. I definitely maybe would have bought gift bags, but buying gift bags is so expensive, and if you already have the paper in your stash, why not use it? It may just take you a little longer, but it saves a whole lot of money. I'm tying this onto the spider web bag. I decided in the end I wanted to use the green tags on the spider web bag, and you'll see why. It just looks so much better in the end photo. I'm tying them in a bow, so just in case the teachers or staff want to untie them and then get the candy out, that's the good stuff, and then tie them back, they can do it, and it's not some fancy schmancy bow that they've got to worry about, and it also takes a whole lot less time to just do this kind of a bow. Again, I was in a really big rush. So super cute, super simple. They all loved them. I got so many compliments on them. All the products that are used in this video are linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to my really, really bad voiceover. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you can hear me get better at my voiceovers. Please also visit my blog at www.perfectionistcrafter.com. And have a great day.